Black Light Here Cyberspace Ministry, and we're on a quest to unite all of our people, and we're appealing to those who don't uh, believe in what I'm saying, understand what I'm saying, to just listen and compare what I'm saying to what you see around you. And first thing we got to do as a people, I know that you got to recognize what's going on all over the planet. The elections were all about morality, immorality mostly, and uh, most of you said, "Well, we voting for the lesser of two evils or whatever," but really, it's about uh, white supremacy, you know, and we got a lot of people who don't recognize what white supremacy really is. White supremacy is all in the school systems, all in the institutions that's in America. Now, this is a distraction from the financial situation that America wants to employ on the whole planet. They got the whole planet under illusion of corruption. They got all the planet is under the spell of corruption. The churches, the schools, and if you notice that everything you buy comes from China or Taiwan or Japan or some other place where the labor is cheap, and the fiat currency operates all over the planet. Most of you don't pay attention to that. You're not on the gold standard no more. So you don't understand how you're being corrupted and being under the illusion of gangsters and great con artists. So what we're going to do is, while I'm out here waiting on my grandson, is we're going to quickly point out what we need to do. Uh, this is mainly to those who know or got an inkling of what's really going on. So we're going to point out what we need. First of all, uh, if you're working under a fraudulent system of corruption, murder, and everything else, all immoral, uh, what the imagination has for immorality, then you need to prepare yourself for something that's going to rock the whole planet if you don't try to avoid it, or to, you know, uh, if you don't try to avoid it or to end it. The best thing to do is end it. And righteousness can end unrighteousness, but you got to have a righteous heart. or you got to have intentions to have a righteous heart, and you got the desire to have a righteous heart. And as soon as you think in your mind that you want to end it and you want to have a righteous heart, the task is done. The next thing to do is to organize, make plans, and organize of how you're going to implement righteousness and establish righteousness supremely on the planet. First of all, you got to be an example in your own home. You got to go on a fast and eliminate all impurities. You got to refrain from watching freaky movies, uh, sexual movies. You got to refrain from getting high, because you got to be in the best your mental capacity that there is to deal with this beast. This beast don't get high. He don't use that. He leave that to you he leave that to you. That's one of his weapons against you. So all the freakiness, animal and animal lovers and sexy animal lovers and bestiality and homosexuality. You got to come to grips with yourself and really think about, is it a righteous thing to do? Then, if you're a dope fiend, do you want the dope to rule you? Or do you want to rule it? Because that's going to be your God. Second thing is, you can't be a money lover, because that becomes your God when you worship money and all material things, even gold and silver. That becomes your God. And you'll murder and steal for it, just like a dope fiend will murder and steal for his dope. You'll do that for money, for paper, which is not worth anything. Ain't nothing, gold, silver, precious metals, diamonds, nothing worth taking a human life. Oil, nothing. That because, well, we ain't gonna get into that. But then, after you fast all these evil desires out your system and eat properly to eliminate these poisons toxic poisons out your system, then you got to equip yourself with the knowledge. And so you got to formulate groups within your community. And you got to start tearing down the forts or the foundation of Satan, which is in all his institutions. It's in the churches. So you could preach Christianity, but you got to preach it right. You could preach Islam, but it's got to be preached right, taught right. It can't be corrupted with the devil. See, the devil could talk Islam, even metaphysics, even Egyptology can be corrupted. So, don't forget that. Who teaching it to you could be corrupted when they teach it to you. And corruption always gonna have a truth in it. That's the only way they could pull the wool over your eyes. All kind got a little truth in it. So when you get brothers like uh, young Pharaoh, Polite, any of them brothers that's teaching black consciousness, and they ain't doing with the money that they get from y'all learning or going to them as students, if they're not building institutions in your community or uh, going fixing up vacant buildings and helping the homeless and stuff. If they're not doing that and they running away like Polite, running up to be with the rich ones. What did Jesus say? He said when the rich man came to him, he said, "Go and sell all your riches, and then you can follow me." See, there's some good wisdom in that. That's why you see Polite and others tearing it down. And any religion that teaches that kind of wisdom, they go against, because Illuminati don't want you to know wisdom. So because the Illuminati use religion as a dope or opium to, so they don't teach you the right way to read the Bible or to read the Quran or to understand or interpret the Quran. So they got to corrupt it with those that they teach how to corrupt. So when you argue with them, they know how to attack your argument with corruption in it. Because they could talk real good. So they always get the ones that could talk real good, speak real good, to lead you off the path. Now I'm one brother that can't be led off the path and they can't get to. And I will guide you in the right direction. But I say this, you don't trust none of them. But if you want to get with them, but keep your eyes open. Because within each organization is a clique of agents or provocateurs. They're there to break that organization up. So keep your eyes open. And we're going to come back later on with some more steps to heaven. 7 steps to heaven, y'all. This is Black Light Out.